Hi, beautiful souls. I've mentioned a fair few times that I've been sleeping more than usual lately, getting all of that good rest in so that I can fully merge and integrate the frequencies that are coming in. When we up level and when we raise our own frequency, then we can overcome all manner of different ailments, diseases, illness, you name it. We can move beyond those things. And it's probably one of the easiest things to do is actually just to go, you know what, I'm just going to bed and I'm going to sleep. Much easier than actually sitting in meditation, although that is also incredibly healing and helpful. I look around myself and I see so many different practitioners of different healing modalities out there on the world stage. And so many of them are doing that job because they're looking to heal themselves. We often teach what we most need to do or to be. And this is certainly the case when it comes to healing, that so many people that are teaching healing are actually out there wishing to heal themselves. And it's actually so much easier than we have always believed it to be. Because you see, in the old linear way of living and being on this earth, everything seemed to be complicated, everything was convoluted, and everything was there to disempower the individual, that they needed somebody else to wave that magic wand and that they weren't able or capable of healing themselves. And what I want to say is that we are capable of everything. And actually, if you want to transcend and be an enlightened being, you should be looking to heal yourself. Because if you ask somebody else to heal you, you're actually disempowering yourself when you could be doing it yourself. So recently I was looking at the possibility of going to see a very brilliant healer. Not that she calls herself a healer, she doesn't. She's just so happens to be living in higher consciousness and in that elevated space. She is able to do anything and everything. And then I had this conversation with her on the beach, not my beach, but actually on her beach, because I thought, gosh, I don't need to go to the other side of the world to visit this person. And I wasn't actually going to speak to her in advance. I was going to speak to her in etheric. And all of these ways of communicating is part of our natural way of being. It's not that it's anything amazing, although humans like to term it as amazing, like, oh my God, you're psychic, or you're telepathic, and all of these. But those are just, the human way of describing something, but it's actually part of your natural state. It's part of your multidimensional ways of being. Everybody has this ability. So I was planning to just go there, speak to her in etheric, and just appear on the beach and just to meet like that. That's how I felt like that would work. But then I was drawn to actually, I don't even need to do all that. I can do that now without getting on an airplane, without any of that. So I did it. And I found myself on the sand, and I found myself very much like I was there in person, very present. And we had this lovely conversation. And, she was like, you can do all of this yourself. You can. Don't disempower yourself by asking me to do it. Of course I can do it for you. But you've got this opportunity. Once it's done, it's done. You have this opportunity to do it for yourself. So why would you choose not to? It was like, yes, absolutely. In fact, it was almost like she was talking as me, but through herself. And of course, this is another aspect of when we are living as our multidimensional, unified consciousness, is that when we speak, we actually hear, when others speak, we hear ourselves speak, and there is no separation because we are all one. And I was like, gosh, this world is just so incredible and so amazing. It's just this unlimited possibilities. There's just so much magic, so much excitement to be had. And yet there's still so much polarity going on. And it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. Everybody has the ability to change their world, to change their the way they're living, to do whatever is needed to be done, to focus and to become disciplined. You know, scattered brains do not help anything. There's far too much emphasis on this technology at the moment, with everybody going to their Facebook and their Instagram and their FOMOs and all of this, and it's not helpful. It's just scatters the human. And of course, the human's already got enough to contend with without being scattered on top, which has been scattered for such a long time. But being scattered for a long time disfragments and makes it difficult to concentrate and focus. And then, of course, more and more people getting diagnosed with labels. And goodness, don't people love to hang on to their labels? Oh, yes, I'm this label, I'm that label, and the other label. Well, actually, what about it just being a dysfunction of the way that you're living? What about if you were just to stop all of this scattering and actually learn to become focused and present? Because, you know, when you were at school, you had to be focused. If you had to read a passage, you couldn't be looking out the window and you're never going to read anything. You're just going to be reading it over and over again. And you have to learn how to do this. You can't just be scattering yourself. If you want to be an empowered person, and if you want to embody higher frequencies, you do have to make a stand and do what's necessary to make the changes. And everybody has the power to live amazing lives. So why not live an amazing life? Live to your true and full perspective, trajectory, and wonderment of what's there for you in the eternal and infinite vortex. Live abundantly, freely. Be everything that you were born to be. Don't hold yourself back. I send you love and light. My name is Zaza. Many blessings.